What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into drag racing with the 2023 Nissan Z Nismo. We're going to test 3 different levels of drag tunes to see how much power we can squeeze out of this beast. Starting with the upgraded stock engine at 794 horsepower, then moving to the 3.8 liters V6 twin turbo with 1008 horsepower. And finally unleashing the maxed out racing 3-liter i6 turbo with a jaw-dropping 1,270 horsepower. I know different clubs have specific specs for drag racing, so we're going to keep things fun and see what each setup can do. Plus, if we're lucky, we might catch some races in free roam later. Quick side note, if you've got a fire livery for the Nissan Z, send the Sharecode my way. The Forza recommendations are not the best. Seriously, Forza, let us refresh the list already. Developers, get it together. First up, we're running the completely stock Nissan Z, no upgrades, no tuning, just plain Jane. We'll start with the Spaceship 1/4 mile drag race, then head to the Teotihuacan drag strip for the half mile. Let's see what this thing can do right out of the box. Not bad for a base model, coming in at 12.655 seconds for the quarter mile. Now for the half mile. Stock half mile is 20.95 seconds. Okay, not bad, but it's time to add some power. For our first tune, we're sticking with the stock engine, but upgrading it with some performance parts. This brings us up to 794 horsepower with all the upgrades added on. Not bad. Alright, let's see how this setup fares on the same tracks. I had to switch to driver view for this one since the first gear ran out of RPMs before Forza showed the speedometer on the screen. Huge improvement. That's almost a 3.5 second gain in the quarter mile. Now let's see what it does in the half mile. Fire! That's a little more than a 5-second gain for the half mile. Now it's time for more power. Now we're swapping in the 3.8 liters V6 twin turbo, pushing 540 horsepower on its own. But with all the upgrades, it is 1008. This is a great mid-tier option for drag events that require a balance of power and control. I also tried adding the oil cooling, but it actually slows it down just a tad. So we're leaving it off this build. Let's take it to the tracks again, quarter mile first, then the half mile. Oh my days, that sounds so good though. Not bad, finishing the quarter mile at 8.8 for 3, shaving off just a few milliseconds. Okay, 14.781 seconds. Also off by just a few milliseconds. Now it's time to go all in. We're maxing out the Z with the racing 3-liter i6 turbo engine. This setup cranks out an insane 1,270 horsepower. And we're finally adding the body kit which, I think, makes the car look legit. Lord baby Jesus. What an absolute beast. Coming in at 8.381 seconds from 12.65 seconds stock. I feel all tingly, coming in at 14.114 from 20.95 for second stock. That's kind of insane. Now that we've tested the Z, it's time to see how it stacks up against real players. I ran into random players that were drag racing their cars, one testing different muscle cars, and then this guy in a Valkyrie, which was completely destroying us. As if the universe wanted to keep us humble. But if you know me, you know I always like to challenge the universe. It reminded me of that scene in Infinity War where Hulk was beating Thanos and then Squidward says, "Let him have his fun." I don't know what that guy has in his Valkyrie, but this thing can take on muscle cars for sure. But I guess it's time to bring out my secret weapon against this guy. Time for the dark horse to reign. If you don't know, heating up your tires is a must in drag racing and free run. It makes a huge difference in grip when starting. And that, my friends, is how you settle the score. When you've got the right build and the right car, there's no challenge you can't take on. To keep it fair, let's try that one more time. Damn, even with a late start too. He ended up pausing and then disappearing. Sad day. Well anyways, that was a bit of fun. The 2023 Nissan Z Nismo is an awesome car to tune and race. But sometimes, you just need to pull out something like the dark horse. Let me know in the comments which drag car is your favorite, or if you've got a car that can take down a Valkyrie, or even my dark horse. Don't forget to try out the Sharecodes for these builds. They'll be in the description. And if you've got a killer livery for the Z, drop the code below so I can check it out. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe for more Forza content. As always, thank you for watching. Catch you in the next one.